Hey, nerds, and welcome to The Gutter. My name is Steve-O, the host of the Gutter Nerds podcast. This is episode 4 of season 3. Should I become a PC gamer? Joining me today is a full Gutter Nerds crew. First of all, here's Alex.
First of all.
Second of all, here's Cal.
Second.
Oh! Like Kermit the Frog, like.
Okay.
Next to Cal is Bree.
Hello.
You're not even third of all. You're just next to Cal.
Next to Bree is Raven.
No.
Who's next to person next to Cal?
No, just last.
And the rest. So, actually, I do want to make a quick announcement. Both Raven 1 and Alex just accepted our very prestigious offer to be actual Gutter Nerds instead of
Congratulations.
guests.
Yay!
Instead of recurring guests, they're actual cast members now. So,
That was
welcome.
kind of weird, but
Right?
It's a greeting.
We're going to start calling you Ankle
else?
Grabber.
oh yeah.
Ankle Grabber Cal.
Probably likes that. Looks like
So he drags him back.
Who doesn't?
Let me get them ankles.
So, hello, everybody in chat. Thank you so much for being here. It's a Full House I Made a Poker reference, says JB. See, he's still on that high.
yeah.
We got him. We finally. It took a couple years. We finally got him.
Oh,
There is
man.
there is
I
a
hope your
thing.
kid doesn't want to go to college because
Oh my! Or enjoy being your daughter because you could, like, okay, I bet the kid.
yeah.
Yeah. There's some good organs in there. I imagine.
You can let them grow and reap them later.
That might be darker than where I was gonna go.
Yeah,
Like,
really?
I was gonna go be like deadbeat dad always at the casino, but no, like straight
Oh,
up.
I figured you'd be selling the kid. Yeah.
Damn.
I love you, Tanley. So, what have you guys been up to? What you been playing? I'll start over here with Alex. What's up, man? What you been playing?
Lately, well, I was playing some Ark with my buddies. Just kind of building.
Ark?
Yeah, Ark Survival.
Okay, yeah. No, we played Ark for a little bit.
Okay.
I think it's hard as shit.
It is.
It's stressful as fuck.
Yeah, we were playing on a modded server, so it made it a lot more fun.
You don't know, so I don't care if you're a Dark Souls player or what. None of you guys know frustration until you spend 45 minutes on an unconscious dinosaur trying to tame it, run out of berries to tame it, to keep it unconscious, go back to your hut, and come back and it's wandered off. So you have to start all over again. You just flushed 45 minutes of your life down the fucking toilet.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
Yeah, it's
Awful.
a big. If it's not modded, it takes a lot of time.
Do you play modded?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like kind of the only way I want to play.
Oh, so you cheat?
An
is
hour
what
for
you're
a
saying.
dino.
I only
like,
know
wait like
everyone
10
to play
minutes
that game
with
modded
it-
though.
with
I don't
it,
know
like,
anyone to play
modded
that
up.
game like regularly.
Like, you're saying it's stupid to play Ark regular?
Yeah, like
I am against the Ark bandwagon.
I only
No
know
way.
people who play that game modded.
So what you guys are saying is that Ark is a bad game.
Yes.
And players have figured out how to make it.
How to make it a good
Yeah.
Okay.
It was deemed a bad game, and then everybody made it better. I remember that.
Okay.
That is-
Okay.
So I do also remember having built a base, as Now just said, and then coming back after a weekend of being off and finding it having been blown to fucking smithereens by someone. But that was sort of part of the charm.
Yeah.
That was okay. Yeah, you come back and you're like, oh, someone came and fucked us up. We're gonna have to either find a new place to be, or do we want to go hit them back, or like whatever. The reason we stopped playing Ark is because they had a Thanksgiving event, and they had super turkeys.
Oh, yeah.
And just come after you. But they were little and fast, but they were super, so it was extremely difficult to kill them, and you could almost not get away from them. So one of them followed Sam onto his boat where all of his stuff is. So if you lose your shit, that's a bummer. But if you lose your like chest of like your at-home materials, then that's
You might as well just.
start a new character or whatever.
Yeah.
And so the super turkey followed him out onto the water, followed his boat, broke into his boat, destroyed his chest with all of his stuff in it, killed him, and he was like, well, I'm done. A fucking seasonal super turkey killed me.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
The first time I started playing that game was during Christmas.
Okay.
And so they have a Christmas event where Santa Claus will come around and drop gifts, and they're glowing gifts, and you can find them.
That's cool.
And collect them. But what I didn't know was when I first started that I thought he was gonna kill me. Like, I thought it was gonna be like Santa
Right.
Claus, like Santa Raptor,
Yeah.
and just like come after you. But yeah, that scared the crap out of me when I first started playing. I just hear ho ho ho. And I was
Jesus
like,
Christ!
Come kill me.
That's fantastic. What about you guys? What have y'all been playing? I'm gonna go fix Alex's mic while you tell me what you've been playing.
What have you been playing?
Ladies first.
Oh, me? Okay. I've been playing a lot of Apex. Got like 3 wins today, just saying.
Noise.
And I started playing Frostpunk again. I always hop back on that every now and
What's
then.
Frost Monkey?
Frostpunk is
Frostpunk.
Punk.
Not Frost Monkey. Yeah, what's Frost Monkey, man?
Whoa.
That's
It's a game on the PC it's a survivalist game, but it's all like steampunk, and it's like during
cool.
it's during a really bad frost, and so you have to build around this heat generator. So you like build in a circle. And I
okay.
love
Pretty
it.
cool.
And then you like evolve with it, so like you have to unlock certain things, and like your hunters can start getting like the airships, and they can go out and hunt and stuff like that too. But there's like intense blizzards, so like it'll be like -2, and then they'll be like, hey, there's a storm coming, and then it's like -94, and then you're like.
So you
Cool.
there's like a resource management because you're building within you have to like weather the storms and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Okay, that's
And like
pretty cool.
I had a really good one. Like the last one I was playing, like I made it to like day 40. I had like advanced, like my people were doing so good. And then I didn't realize the storm was coming. And I had like 5 people out like hunting, because you can send people out to go explore. They all like died in the storm. Then the storm came, and then I just like lost everything. And I was like, cool.
So was it just a wipe at that point? Like,
Yeah,
well,
I was like,
it's over.
I just have to start over. So
Is it-
that's what I did.
is that part of the so like some games lend themselves to that? Like, okay, now I start over. Like you're supposed to sort of play it over and over again.
Yeah.
Or was this sort of like Ark where you had been building
No.
something and well, I just got.
No, it's one of those where you can start over, but they've updated it so much since it first came out. Like it used to only have 1 map, and now there's 5.
Okay.
And now there's like a survivalist part 2. So it's really nice. I really enjoy it. It's just aesthetically really pretty too.
Hello, Saya. Welcome. Welcome.
Okay.
What about you guys? What you been playing? Well, LSK says, is it like a mature version of Don't Starve?
Yes. I don't know.
Don't Starve is a little bit.
Is it like Don't Breathe or whatever?
No.
Like no oxygen?
No, Don't Starve is sort of like a sort of dungeon, not dungeon crawly, but it has.
Well, don't start with friends, though. You can play with friends.
Yeah, but you play as like a character in Don't Starve,
yeah,
right?
and
And you
you-
walk
and you-
around doing stuff and surviving. Frostpunk is more like a top-down, like
It's
a
like the,
real-time strategy game, sort
What
of.
was that game called?
RTS?
Age of Empires.
It's like Age of
It's
Empires.
like Age of Empires, but more intense.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, like purely like survivalist.
Yes. What about you, Raven?
Well, he goes last, so I just want to make him try and go for it.
His is
and
going
then
to be short. His is going to be short.
Take it away. I'm kidding.
We all know Cal's computer's broken. He's not playing.
Yeah, sure.
I'm playing League.
So
all you play.
as always, I've been playing a lot of Realm Royale.
Yeah.
But recently, in the past few days, I have started playing Terraria.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
It's
which-
pretty fun, right?
It is a lot of fun. When I played it, I was like, man, I think I might like this more than Minecraft. But that got the Minecraft juices flowing. So then played a little bit of Minecraft also. I was like, oh man, but I really like Minecraft. So they're both really good games.
I feel like if you like that, if you like whatever
Good
it's called,
game in
you would probably
Minecraft.
like Stardew Valley, and that one's really fun. It's just farm simulating, but it's really fun. And you go like
Farm
there's
simulated.
it's like,
that is you're
there's more to it.
you're
like,
not selling that game at all.
it's 8-bit, and there's like a farm, and you have to take care of your farm, but like you can go like dungeon hunting, and you can have relationships with people and stuff like that too. And like you build up the town. It's really cool.
It's kind of like a sim.
Yeah, a lot of people compared it to Triarium or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Like a lot of
Really? Because it doesn't sound like it at all.
No, it's really fun.
The building and the construction is very much like Terraria.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Did you play Harvest Moon?
tell me,
No.
do you feel
never
like
mind.
now Sama's comment
It is like
is correct? Minecraft is more about building. Terraria is more about combat.
I would say that's very true.
Yeah.
Terraria
Stardew
is all
Valley's
about
like
the
right in the
combat.
middle. It is though.
And Stardew Valley is probably way less. Like it's more paced, right?
It's like Harvest-
It's more chill.
It's
just
Harvest
real
Moon
chill.
2.0.
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing about Terraria is just like building massive traps for when the waves come. Like you have
yeah.
the blood moons and
Yep.
some of the other harder levels, but you just build massive traps and just try to kill them all.
Oh yeah, I survived my first blood moon in a wedding dress and a rain hat.
What is that?
That's
Nice.
like almost your
That's like a fucking Johnny
Yeah, it is.
Cash lyric, is what that is.
I am gonna write that song now. I don't know what I've been doing with my
I
life.
survived the blood moon in a wedding dress and a rain hat. Cal, what'd you play?
Oh, I just keep building the soul, playing League of Legends. You
Yeah?
know? I've been playing ranked because that's all I play is ranked. And I went from silver to
That's
gold.
why you won't play with
Oh,
me.
you
That
finally
makes
got
sense.
those?
I will play. If you tell me you want to play, it's like you get online, you send me a message, say, "Hey, we're playing," and I'll be like, "All right," but you never do.
I'm like literally online all day. I see
Right.
you pop on.
But
Someone's playing
you
League of
sent me a
Legends,
message
and then you go
it's
down.
the same thing.
Is this the
Jeez.
salt he
You
was
guys are
talking of
cheese.
building?
Both expecting each other to send you guys messages, and blaming the other person for it. You're driving me crazy. Just have sex already.
You touched his
What?
ankles
No.
already.
That's true. You're practically married.
That's right.
So, I have been playing a lot of Monster Hunter World.
How do you like it? I keep forgetting to ask you.
So I really, really, really like it. It's a really fun game. It's a more accessible version of Monster Hunter. It's sort of like Dark Souls, but without all that tedious exploration and world build, like worldly, like lore. It's just go find a boss and kill it.
Yeah.
That's it. You can use the skin and bones to build your own armors and stuff like that. You have armors you like, but you go do these hunts. Now, to me, most of the monsters I kill the same way. I dodge and I swing.
Well,
and I
you die-
heal when I get low.
So you
There's
die a
not a
lot,
whole
too.
lot of...
I've seen.
There's
but
not
you
a
need to
lot
be
of,
more
like,
excited
variation.
about it. You need to catch them when they're sleeping. You need to get some sleeping barrels and some poison. Like, you need to really think about it. It's intense when you
She
play
needs to be your
this
coach.
intense way.
Let her coach your ass.
Damn.
Listen up, son.
It's really fun when you play, like, when you
when you
play
use the
with the
environmental
hunting
traps?
instinct. Yeah.
Hello, Blanc. Good to see you. So yeah, you can do things like you can mix, and then when you do the like an optional quest, it's like capture this instead of fight it, and that adds a little bit of spice to it.
Yeah.
Because you'll be like, okay, I took my trap out there. He's coming at me. I'm gonna set the trap, and then he's gonna look at the trap and go, never mind. I'm going back to the nest to sleep. And I'm like, God damn it! I only have one trap, so I have to go back and craft another trap.
You gotta be sneaky, you gotta put it in the rocks, or you gotta like put it in some grass or something. And then you gotta get like some meat to put on it or something. Or to leave him there.
I wish that.
So you know what she's saying very nicely? That you're bad.
Well,
You
every
need to do it that way.
every monster is,
re-strategize.
It's because there's a certain point where Monster Hunter can get boring for you if you don't like play it like in
if you don't go out of your own way to make it
there
fun.
was a point where like all I did was help other people. Like I was just like, cool, I need this Anjaneth armor, so I'm gonna go help this person, like whatever. And I did that like 20 times to get like Anjaneth armor.
Actually, yeah. Because there's a monster that I've been trying to make the armors out of. Like I decided on a set. 'Cause
Yeah.
I look like the Green Power Ranger. Well, sort of like Rita Repulsa and the Green Power Ranger together. Just
Yeah.
trust me on this. Anyway, but that monster is like a rare monster. It's
Yeah.
a Devil Joe, which is like an event monster.
Okay,
and so
yeah.
finding more of them is like, oh, I can't just go out really and find them. So I should probably help other people do it, and that's
Yeah.
probably the way to go. But there's no like this monster likes meat and this monster likes grass, so you can go set traps and lure them out. You just wander around until you find their tracks or blood or whatever, and then you follow that trail to them, and then you hit them until they die. Now, different monsters have different attacks. So
Yeah.
some will fly, some don't, some will shoot spikes and whatever, and learning those attacks is different. But ultimately, it's just, it all feels same-me.
Oh, okay.
But I still love it. Like the world is very pretty.
Yeah.
Going out and like finding stuff and making my armors is fun. And then palicos are cute. So,
They're so cute. And their seasonal outfits are so adorable. I got my new, he was a snowman. He had like a giant bell. Oh, they're so cute.
June's still waiting on a Minecraft date, Cal.
I have to own Minecraft for that, June. I don't own Minecraft.
You don't own Minecraft?
Wah, wah.
In chat, what do you guys been playing? What's new in the game side for y'all? And while you guys are filling up the chat with what you've been playing, we're going to shift into topic, which is, should I become a PC gamer? Now, this is what the conversation is not. The conversation is not a console war. It's not whether or not PCs are better than Xboxes.
Dang
Or
it.
Xboxes are better than PS4s.
Dang it.
Or PS4s are better than PCs or whatever. That's not the conversation.
Double take it.
Imagine someone who currently owns a system, a console, be it PS4, Xbox One. They have invested in it. Should they upgrade to a PC? If so, when? What are the benefits? If not, what are the costs? What are the issues that you'll come across? While you guys sit and stew for a minute, jump into chat and see what they've been playing. Division 2, Game Guy. Ooh, yes, Division 2 looks surprisingly good. It's not dramatically better than 1, but it's just better enough to where I'm like, yeah, that
I
looks
really
fun.
liked the beta. And then, the funny thing is, I was watching Inside Gaming before I came over here, and they said that the sales weren't doing that well, actually. That they were selling the best in England, but they weren't selling the best here.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
If
It's doing worse than the first game, which is weird. Because I really liked it. I liked it a lot better than the first one. The beta.
Yeah, the beta I loved way more than anything I did in
Yeah.
the first one. Seo says Apex with the slightest sprinkle of Wargroove. June says nothing. That's cool. That's fine. Naotsama Bloodborne and the God of War saga. So very PlayStation heavy in Naotsama's corner. Blanc has been playing this new game, probably never heard of it, World of Warcraft.
Oh no, no, John.
And Civilization 6.
Come back, Blanc.
Oh,
Please.
man, my boyfriend
John,
loves
I'm
Civ.
extending my arm.
And then LSK
Grab
says
hold.
Hollow Knight, which...
The second one's coming out, which was exciting.
Hollow Knight is the kind of game that you either... And so we've said this before, but this is really the case with Hollow Knight. You either absolutely love it, or you just can't fucking stand it.
Oh, I love it.
There's no but like there's, oh my god, all about it. The combat's so tight. I love the exploration. Sort of Metroidvania. There's some hints of sort of the Souls-ish kind of influence
it's
there as
so
well.
cute.
And to me, I'm like, wow, this looks like every part of the world looks exactly the same. I do not like the aesthetic very much. The controls, I've heard some people either say these are very tight and responsive, and I've heard also very knowledgeable people go, these controls are absolute shit. So it's a complete one way or the other on Hollow Knight. Okay, June's been playing Sudoku, and JB's mad. Oh, no, June loves Sudoku. JB has been getting mad good at Sudoku.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess when you have a kid, Sudoku is probably your best friend. When you're at 3 a.m., need something to do.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
Cute baby.
Cute baby Sudoku. Okay, so let's start. Let's start with, do you think that it is worth upgrading? I say upgrading.
Can I start real quick with
Yeah.
because
Sure.
just want to make clear that like the answer is yes with no other variables. Should I own an Xbox or a PlayStation 4? Should I game on PC? Well, yeah. So the question actually is it worth my money and time to
Right.
also play on PC, right?
Right.
Okay.
So, yeah, in a vacuum with unlimited money
Yeah.
and unlimited time, there's no
yes.
reason to not have a PS4 and an Xbox. Or
And a PC
there's
and all
becoming a reason to not have an Xbox, actually, which we may touch on later. But the...
Rip.
But yeah, so let's start with well, Alex, let me ask you. What's your primary gaming method
PC.
on PC?
Yep.
Why did you make that decision? Like when did you make that decision? How long have you been playing PC?
I've been playing PC most of all my life.
Yeah.
Grew up on playing PC with like Final Fantasy on there. Me and my brother were playing on there.
Okay.
Just kind of old school online games back in the day, just the free ones.
So
And
there is a lot of, and we'll touch on titles also. There's a lot of free games, a lot of indie games and stuff available on PC.
yeah.
Cal, you play primarily on PC,
I do play part.
or exclusively on PC.
I didn't start there though, so I didn't
Okay.
start with PlayStation. But in high school, hanging out with several of my friends, Blanc and our friend Eric and other people, I got more into. And well, at home, in my own home, I got more into PC gaming, and then I just stuck with PC.
So you switched to PC because your friends were playing PC.
They were playing more on PC than I was
Then-
around it more, and then I didn't have one. And when I graduated high school, I got myself one, and I was like, oh,
Yeah, like when we were in high school, it was all about like StarCraft. And
yeah, StarCraft and Warcraft 3,
Empires.
Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne.
So
You have
back in the late
Command and
90s,
Conquer.
Command and Conquer games.
back in the late 90s or even early 2000s, PC gaming was sort of considered like dying. Like before Steam came out, it was like, okay, people are buying units where they don't have to do any updates, upgrades, there's no compatibility issues. You buy a system, you buy a game, and it works. That's it. So what PC can do is offer different experiences. So it was a lot of MMOs, RTSs, simulators, flight simulators,
And
stuff like that.
competitive, though, too, with players across. Opposed to having a hub, instead of having just a LAN party, which you used to have with the original Xboxes, or even sometimes the PS2s, where you have those LAN parties bringing all the TVs, all your Xboxes together, or the PC and the internet, you could play with those games across everywhere. So it made more accessibility, because that's before Xbox Live, before,
Yes, yeah, PC had online gaming way before Xbox did, for sure.
Yeah.
Hello, Galaxy Nova. Welcome. It's Raven.
Hey there, Galaxy Nova. How you doing?
So, Bree, you play on PC. Or do you?
They got mad at me and said laptop. So I do play on a laptop.
That's
but
the same.
That's the
Yeah.
same thing. It's still a PC.
But
For this
I-
conversation, that is the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't play on it very often.
Okay, what's your primary gaming method?
PlayStation.
On PlayStation
Yeah,
4.
I only really play on the PlayStation.
Which do you prefer to play on?
PlayStation.
Why is that?
Because I just... Maybe it's just because I haven't, like, grown up with it like that, but, like, I just don't...
You are used to it.
I'm used to the PlayStation. I'm not used to, like, the mouse and the whole, like, pressing on the keyboard and all that jazz. Like, that's something really new to me. Like, even when I was playing on the PC and I had a game, I would find any way I could to use a controller because I don't like to use a mouse in this thing.
Good news. You can do that for the most part.
For the most part.
For the most
with some
part.
exceptions.
Right, that's,
Like-
that's why I said for the most part.
And fewer and fewer exceptions going forward.
time goes
Yeah,
on.
like, we got a Steam controller, but a lot of games on Steam don't use it, which is weird. And then I had to use my Xbox controller, and I don't really like the Xbox controllers, so it's just like, it's whatever.
Really?
You
Yeah.
can use a PlayStation.
I don't. And then I don't know, I just always
that's
have
fine.
stayed with it that way. And if I did play on the PC, like, I prominently only got that PC because I wanted to play Civ and, like, roller coaster games.
So
Like-
you switched to, or you got a PC because there were specific titles that you couldn't play or weren't great on console.
Yeah.
So a game like Roller
Sims
Coaster Tycoon or
or
The
that.
Sims.
Yeah.
So Nerdez plays The Sims on Xbox because she doesn't have a gaming PC. But I guarantee you that if she did, she'd play Sims on PC.
Because, like, Sims 3 is really good on PlayStation. Sims 4 sucks on the PlayStation. Hate it with a passion.
Okay.
But, like, I would play it. I play it on the PC.
So Raven, your gaming career is that you grew up in a family with consoles,
Yeah.
but you
My-
became a gamer on PC though. Isn't that fair?
Yeah, so like I've always gamed competitively, but I would not have described myself as a gamer back when we were doing Halo and Smash Brothers on the Nintendo 64 and GoldenEye before that.
Right.
Like I was a social gamer. I gamed
Right.
because that's what all my friends did. But when I was home alone, I didn't touch a console.
Do you consider yourself a binge gamer now?
Yes, and so I actually relate quite a bit to Bree's experience because for the longest time I hated PC gaming because mouse and keyboard is stupid. It's not. Everybody calm down. It's not. It's not. But
First of all, like real quick asterisk. Maybe I just don't run in these circles anymore, but I don't even get a lot of like Xbox PS4 bullshit anymore. It's mostly like, oh yeah, you want to play Days Gone, God of War, go for it. I want to play, Crackdown or Sea of
Honestly,
Thieves or
everyone
whatever.
I know nowadays
Or Halo.
just has both.
Yeah, most people have like that, whatever.
Yeah.
But PC gamers, for some reason, you're so fucking insecure
Yeah.
So
about, and you're fucking mean.
so mean.
You're insecure and you're mean.
My best friend, like, he
Okay.
literally
What?
has
Okay.
both and a PC, and he's like, but I don't play on this.
So again, I think they're using that word insecure as you project about your own insecurities.
I'm projecting.
Yeah, you're projecting because you don't you don't understand the true love. Okay, we just.
In stream, people are like, I never hear, oh, you're playing on Xbox, well, you should be playing on PS4. Every time. What are you playing on? Xbox One? Why not on PC?
You don't see those
Yeah.
comments online, man.
I don't see the Xbox PS4 anymore.
Oh man,
I see
still
the
them.
PC console.
so the
Anyway,
yeah, oh yeah. So
so you had a top. You were on a tangent, or on not a tangent.
what I grew up with the controller, playing on the controller, wrapping my head around a first-person shooter or something like that using mouse and keyboard, like, was just not going to happen. But three games turned me into a PC gamer.
Okay.
Well, it turned me into a gamer.
Yeah.
And then specifically
And on
PC. I do not remember who. I imagine it was probably you that told me about Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Yeah.
That was my first game where I was a gamer.
Yeah.
Where
We played the shit out of it.
yeah.
Every day.
Every day on my own. I was working security at the time, so I'd be watching inmates sleep and be like, "Fuck it,
Yeah, just
hey, let's do this thing."
Yeah.
Like,
leveless Jedi.
yeah. then shortly after that, so that isn't exactly like the shooter mouse and keyboard
Right.
type of movement, but that got me used to using mouse and keyboard to do things. And then a buddy of mine on my first deployment to Afghanistan got me hooked onto Minecraft.
Right.
He's a bad friend.
And Minecraft is the movement
not bad.
of the first-person shooter that you do.
And shortly after that,
But-
I was fired.
But because it wasn't a like shooter, Minecraft,
Yeah.
it was building. So like I was able to get super used to the movements and like the fine, because sometimes you're like jumping and placing the blocks or whatever, like the fine movements.
So Minecraft
without
is a
being-
pretty good training for first-person shooters because
It
you
is.
don't have to have
I will
twitch
agree.
responses.
Exactly.
But
agree.
you still learn the
But-
motions
yeah.
and go through it. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It simplifies it.
Yeah.
And then on my second deployment to Afghanistan, or probably slightly before, but I really played the shit out of it on my second deployment. A buddy of mine introduced me to Elite Dangerous. So Star Wars: The Old Republic and Minecraft got me used to PC gaming, and like, oh, I will probably play these two games on my PC, but if I'm going to play anything else, I'm going to play Devil May Cry on the console or whatever else. But with Elite Dangerous, it's so much better on the PC because of the flight stick, because of the options that you can do, the tactile buttons they can push on the keyboard.
Yeah.
You know it's just a keyboard. Like
Sure.
push a button and your landing gear goes down. So that made me want to build a PC, an Elite Dangerous machine,
Right.
basically. And then after I built an Elite Dangerous machine, I was like, well, shoot, I have this Elite Dangerous machine. Let's see what like games I can play.
Right. Yeah. I spent all the time making a thing. Let's use it for
For as many things
For
as
as
I
many
can.
things as
yeah.
you can.
Yeah.
So,
So now I only play Realm Royale on it.
let's say right. So you recently built a PC.
Relatively recently, yeah. Last couple of years.
And Game Guy, you recently built a PC. If you don't mind me asking, how much did you spend from the ground up to build that PC?
Mine is hard to answer, but not exactly, because I feel that a lot of people can go my route. So, starting with 0, I had a lot of people who had old leftover stuff that they gave it to me.
Okay.
So
You Frankenstein.
well, a lot of like the peripherals, like monitors. Like
Okay.
people upgrade their monitors and they're like, I have this 60 hertz monitor that is trash to me. And I was like, dude, 60 FPS is fine. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Like,
Right. Yeah.
Like I don't give it. It's fine. Yeah.
Something Calvin.
I know, right? Yeah.
Hello, Sharkade Shepherd.
Not to negotiate.
I mean,
And then, so I did a lot of.
Actually, any of you guys that have built a PC, how much did it cost you to build your PC?
So I spent a total of 300 monies on my PC.
Okay.
Like
That's
from
pretty good.
my wallet to a pretty badass gaming streaming machine was 300 monies.
How much do you think it would have been with all the stuff that you bought? Like
Now,
got?
I probably could have done the same thing for close to 5.
But just to be fair, right now you also don't have it's incomplete. Right?
It is not incomplete. It is perfectly functioning.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so the only thing that I don't have to have
Look into the camera when you say it.
which,
I see
where's
this.
my baby?
Straight ahead.
Here? Okay. The only thing I don't have to make it complete is the case.
So what's it look like right now? Does it look like a
is
sprawly mess of wires and
It is
chips?
a motherboard sitting on top of a cardboard box, the motherboard box, with the graphics card in it. I've got the power supply.
I'm dying.
I've got the power supply next to it, with all the wires going to it. Then around the side on this filing
go.
cabinet, I have zip tied up both of my hard drives so that they're hanging on the side there. Sorry.
It's like bear.
Now, what the
Who needs a case, noobs? That's who.
exactly? The idea is the
it
idea.
is a fire.
No, what?
It's a literal fire waiting to happen.
How?
You got your cooling fan on.
It's on cardboard.
I mean,
So
He says on a cardboard box.
how hot do you think it? The
processor's
bottom?
getting really
no,
hot.
not the processor.
Not
the
the
bottom of the motherboard. I've been running this for about a year and a half. I can guarantee you it's not hot enough to set the cardboard on fire.
Oh,
Now, in my defense,
Vote.
guys, first,
please vote.
if I wanted a case, I could hop on Amazon, spend 20 to 30 monies, and get a case. Secondly, it's been like this because that filing cabinet that it's next to, it is eventually going to house the whole PC with LED lights and a bunch of switches that'll do stuff in Elite Dangerous as I play.
Yeah.
So it's not like...
Game Guy says not a fire hazard, Cal, although now says, but PCs do get ridiculously hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that, but not burn the house down hot, just...
No, like...
I like that, Shepard.
On there,
Cases are the cheapest
and,
part of
I
building
mean,
a PC.
Show me your computer case that has better airflow.
Right.
But you know what? About that, I did see a cool design where I saw someone kind of like yours, where your PC's in just different parts, and they put it up on the wall.
Yeah, that
with,
was
like lights behind.
that was my original idea. But then when I found that filing cabinet, I was like, oh, this would be a really cool
So
thing.
you guys did use the case that JD sent you just for a different PC.
Yes, for a different PC.
But you're also, you started off making an Elite Dangerous machine, so you were going to sort of set up a cockpit and weren't entirely sure, right?
Yeah. So
Was that not part of it?
My computer was never going to be in a case unless I just happened to find like, oh, this is the perfect case for the aesthetic. I'm building a sim pit, so when you sit down into my gaming machine, it feels like you're sitting down into the cockpit of a spaceship.
Yeah.
And so the computer and its components are all a part of that aesthetic.
Right. June, you spent zero monies, I presume, by stealing it.
Yeah, probably.
June's stealing PCs.
My
So Game Guy said 780. Now he said he can play like everything on high. He said medium or high. So right now, as where the market stands right this second, if spending 3 times the amount of an Xbox One for something that will play all of my games that I currently own, maybe slightly better, or even let's just say kind of noticeably better, it's not going to be a generation leap, right?
But I also want you to imagine.
let me. Ooh, hold on, buddy. So first off,
Here's my reaction.
Okay.
My Xbox, if it dies, it's going to cost me $250 to replace it. If it dies 3 times, I've still spent less money on than what Game Guy spent building a PC that is not
Here's
to me a
the but.
noticeable difference.
Here's the but, though. You say noticeable difference. What happens throughout the years, though? Throughout the years, more games, the Xbox 2, 1, whatever might come out. And so you've already invested in parts that could make the computer last and play these games in the future, opposed to keep spending money on something that will become, what's the word I'm looking for? Aged. Obsolete. Yes.
Okay. The money argument is a black hole that PC gamers feel like they have the upper hand on, but they actually don't.
Because they're constantly putting money into their PC.
Yes.
You may be able. So okay, let's put it this way. Okay, so when the next Xbox comes out, that'll be $500, right? Let's say you currently own what's the graphics card that you owned before the 1080?
A 660.
Let's say you own an NVIDIA 660. Like you're like, okay, now I need to upgrade. It's time for me to upgrade. You're gonna go buy a 1080. How much is a 1080?
I think they're down to about $455.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've bought a brand new launch console. You've spent that much for one component that you've upgraded.
And that one
Yes.
component will last.
Well, let's also mention
Forever.
that's like high quality.
That's high end. That's the best. That is the best.
You can upgrade for like half the cost of,
I got
of
a
your
graphics card.
$500
I got a
console and have like
GTX.
good.
970.
Yeah, I got a
Okay.
GTX 970 for like $200,
Okay.
and I
Okay.
can run at
And
ultra.
if you want to do something like that, you could get 2 970s for $400, and you could split that. You could do a TI with it.
Okay. So
There's a lot of
hello, Ani.
stuff that goes into that.
So Game Guy mentions that upgrading is more of a hobby than a need.
Yes.
Blanc-
So if
Right now inside my computer that I game on and I stream on, pretty much solidly at 60 FPS over everything I do. Which again, my monitor is 60 hertz, so who cares? And my streams are at 30 FPS, so who cares? My graphics card is a Radeon HD 6870. It is an 12-year-old graphics card now.
That was another point I was going to make too.
Like it's good.
They,
It's fine. It's fine.
The quality lasts a long time, and the resale value for PC hardware lasts.
So the console life cycles are getting increasingly longer. So back in the days of every 3 years we were getting a new console, I would 100% agree with you. These days, on the scale, to me, it is less worth it. However, I would say if you're and Blanc mentions like a 1050 is 300. No. A 1050 is probably
like
going to be 150 or 169, right?
Yeah,
My 1050 Ti I bought on Amazon for 169, or maybe it was 199.
Yeah,
but something like that.
NVIDIA
I think.
they're about $150.
I'm Googling it right now.
But if you are
160.
a streamer, so there's two things here. It may be worth it because you are going to need a PC to stream. You can technically stream from the Xbox directly if you want to, and it is a serviceable stream. But if you
Eventually you will be getting...
Eventually, if you want overlays, if you want alerts, like this one. Thank you for the follow, LSK, earlier. Again, I thanked it 3 times now. Yep, great.
Yep. Really,
you're going to want a PC. And so having something that can do it all is fine. So when I got my PC, I actually specifically, part of it was budget, was I needed it to just stream. That was the only thing I needed it to do because I play on console. And the reason that I play on console mostly is out of that I was used to it. Originally, there had been exclusives that I was excited about. At this point, those are going away, especially on Xbox. Less so on PS4. You still have a Uncharted, Last of Us, Days Gone, God of War, a bunch of stuff that you can't play on PC.
Persona 5.
Bloodborne, sort of. That you can sort of PS4, PC now with PlayStation Now, and that's a different thing.
Yeah.
But now a lot of the Xbox exclusives, or all of the Xbox exclusives, are available on PC now.
And you know what? I think as a PC gamer, I think that's cool.
And that is cool. But back when the Xbox One came out, the reason I got that first before like a PS4 or whatever was because that was what my friends played on. And so that was where my gaming community was. So if you stream, I think that you should go ahead and get a PC that can game and stream. If you the bright side to me, not having gaming and streaming at the same time on my PC. If my PC dies, I can technically still stream on the Xbox, but I can still at least game. If my PC were my only thing and the power goes out, the power block goes out, or my GPU needs to be replaced, I'm completely sunk. I can't game, I can't stream. There's nothing I can do with it until it's fixed. So that's the downside if you're thinking about streaming and gaming. But your dad prompted this question.
Yeah.
So this is where this came from. Your dad currently plays on what?
Xbox.
It is Xbox, you think?
Yeah, I would say he plays on Xbox more. He only plays on PlayStation because of me. Like, I'll be like, Dad, get this game
sweet,
so we
though.
can play together.
Yeah.
That's about it. But generally he plays, because he's one of those people where he plays whatever game on that system. So like, and my dad's been gaming for a while. So like, if like Kingdom Hearts came out, we were not going to get that on the Xbox. We like shunned anybody who did. We were like, no, that started on the PlayStation. It's played on the PlayStation, and so that's how we are. And so, I think for him, he's been really interested in like Twitch and like people playing like Apex and stuff on the PC and like how much better they do. But like, I don't know. For me, for a personal experience, I honestly don't touch my PC like for gaming.
So Sam Grizzle, first of all, mentioned that the average. First of all, hello, Sam. The average graphics card on Steam is the 1060.
Yes,
right?
and that is true, but that it doesn't mean that you have to have a 1060 or better to play and stream. It means that a lot of people think they do or just want to.
Right. Just like I was saying, I'm on the 970, and that's previous model.
On the 970, you can play everything.
Yeah, on Ultra.
On Ultra, what?
Yeah.
That's
Most games Ultra.
Yeah?
Most games Ultra.
Yeah.
Not all.
Probably.
Well, no. I mean, yeah, I can play.
But your CPU is also disgusting.
I was about to say a lot. What CPU do you
I
have?
have a Intel i5.
Which
See,
one?
I feel like he's...
960.
Yeah.
960.
Yours. Yeah.
See, okay, so I have an NVIDIA 1050 Ti.
9th gen.
And I have an i5 6300. And I cannot stream and game at the same time. It depends on the game.
So, to be clear, your 1050 is probably does not have as much graphic computing power as his 970.
Oh, I thought numbers meant better.
They do, but these one generation apart, you're looking at the second number.
Right.
Right, so he has a 70, you have a 50.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's got Generation 9.
He has Generation 9.
He has Generation 10.
He has a
Yes.
970.
He has a
Steven
Generation
has a
970. I have a
1050.
Generation 1050.
So, yes, so you have a slightly newer, but on
About a
the
step
scale
under.
when it came out,
Yeah.
2 steps under.
Okay.
So now the which is kind of how Nvidia has done, and not just Nvidia, a lot of their graphics cards. This is a little off topic, I guess, but yeah, like your 2070s that are released today are going to be similar to the 1080s.
Okay.
Like in terms of, like so his 970 is probably going to be close to a 1060-ish,
Right.
and you have a 1050.
Okay. Elena, good night. Thank you for coming. Wants to add this useful contribution, PC Gamer for Life.
Yeah.
There you go.
PC Master Race.
Okay, so let's...
But back to the question, I have an Xbox.
Right.
Should
You
I
used to have a phone.
Should I buy a PC?
Right.
Should I game on PC?
Right.
For me, that answer is I have an Xbox now. First off, again, if money's no object, yes.
Then yeah,
Why
of course.
not?
Yeah, if you have the money, do it.
If you are kind of like, I don't know if it's worth my money to do, then what you want to look at is your community. If you buy a PC to game, do you have people to game with also on PC? If the answer is no, you're probably going to have a bad time.
So
I think for him, it's not like a I need people to play with kind of thing, but like his main thing has always been Knights of the Old Republic, because my dad is like the biggest Star Wars fan you could ever meet. Like he has like a room like this, but it's all like Star Wars figurines and like anything signed by Star Wars.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
You would
And
die,
so
I
like
think.
that's his curiosity, because he wants to get a PC that could do that, and he doesn't really care about other people and playing with him. It's more of just like, I have always seen this game. Like I've seen that game since I was little. And like,
So for your dad specifically, then the answer is yes. Spend $200 on a really old laptop and play that game,
if they're
or less.
Probably not $200.
or I
No, my
have the best gaming laptop on the market right now, and it's like the cheapest one, the cheapest gaming laptop, and it is a Dell, and it is very nice, and she does very well.
So Knights of the Old
However,
Republic will
she
play
was
on
able-
my 8-year-old laptop with an
Sure.
AMD A6.
right.
So
in it.
what
Like
I
it's
wanted
not a very intensive game.
What I wanted to mention too was, if you wanted to get into PC gaming, they're a lot more competitive. If you wanted to get into more competitive games, PC's where it's at. Because I've been playing a lot of Overwatch. I used to play it on on PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
A couple months ago, or like in October is when I started playing on PlayStation 4, and then I upgraded my computer and started playing on the computer. And a lot of people on PC have said that they've converted from their console to PC because they wanted to have more competition, play more competitively. And this is just, I guess, a skill difference from that.
You get harder shots, sharper, faster reaction times because it's so much more open on a PC.
You have a lot.
I don't
think
know.
that's
I'm
more
not.
of his
I'm
general
not sure that I'm
question as well.
following
The mouse
reasoning.
the movement.
I mean, when you play mouse and keyboard,
It's easier to aim with a mouse and keyboard.
Yes.
Yes.
So
And it's also faster,
okay.
depending on how sensitive you can make.
But that also takes
there's a cat
lot of skill.
on console. The sensitivity is capped. On PC, it is not capped.
So okay. So I see what you're saying. So
That being said, that's the worst argument ever, because most like professional gamers play on super low sensitivity,
But
like
I'm just-
800 DPI, like super low.
But the idea is that you're saying that with a mouse and a keyboard, and with all of the settings that you can change in a game, if you're going to be competitive and you want, let's say, a faster frame rate instead of a better resolution, like sharper graphics or whatever, you can lower the graphics and up your frame rate so that you have a quicker response time,
Yep.
and you can use the keyboard and mouse to customize your response time, perhaps in a
customize
better
your
way,
gaming experience.
to be as competitive as you can be.
Yes.
So that the going from console to PC may not make you a better Apex gamer, but the ceiling is higher.
Ceiling is higher, yes.
So you could. So here's what happened. I played Realm on. I play Realm on Xbox. When the servers were down, I switched to the PC to play with Raven, and I sort of immediately did maybe just as good, maybe a little better, maybe at times a little worse. But I will tell you that doing this and the control and the shift and the space bar and then where's F for my like that fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Like I may have had better aiming with my mouse, but it was a lot harder on me than
But
Yeah.
You
but
get
that's
used to it, though.
Well, no, it's not a you get used to it. It's your setup. You get a keyboard where that is comfortable.
That and you can change
Okay.
all the
And you
key
can change all
And then you
all
can-
the bindings.
then you-
If you
yeah.
want a certain button to crouch, you change that to the button
Right.
to crouch.
So like a lot
Or
of
a
like
mouse button to
a lot of
crouch,
like the I have to reach all the way over buttons are a button on my mouse.
okay.
Yep.
And so like there's a lot more in
More intimate.
So the
intuitive.
the cost will be higher. If you're a console gamer and you switch to PC, the cost will be higher, period. But the upside is that you have
If
a
you-
much more customizable experience.
if you buy new.
Here's the thing. This is sort of what I'm feeling and thinking, and you guys tell me what you think. As of right now, your dad plays on console and he's thinking of should he or me, I play on console primarily. Should I game on PC? Are there people to anybody, if you're thinking about this, are there people to game with? It is going to cost you more money than buying a new system right now. But some things are free, like online gaming is free. You don't have to pay for a service for that. The titles, depending on the system, so you have a much larger library on PC than on console, but a lot of that is indie stuff, and some of those games are absolutely amazing and they're worth your time. There's also a lot of garbage on PC.
Oh, there's garbage on consoles too.
Sure, but you're wading through a lot more, bullshit on PC. But so I would say right now, if you are at this point in the console generation and you play on Xbox or PS4 and you're thinking about a PC, I would say don't. I would say it's not worth the cost to get it unless you have a shitload of people that you're wanting to play with, or specific titles that you really want to play.
Yeah.
However, when the next console generation is announced, depending on what the price is, then it may be way more worth your time to just build a PC at that point. Because if you're going to spend $500-$600 on a new console or whatever they ask, and you put that into a PC, you can get yourself a PC that'll play everything for that much money, can stream for that much money, and you will be able to upgrade that over time to a certain extent.
Yes.
As things continue to come out.
And this is the other thing that. So if you're going to have one thing to game on, the most practical thing to have one of is a PC.
Because you can also do your business on a PC.
Exactly.
Right.
Because nobody has just a console. Everybody has a console and a house computer.
Right.
So you're not buying just a $250 console.
Right.
You're paying whatever you paid for your house computer also. So if you're only going to have
Does your
one
dad
thing-
have a computer at home, Bree, that he does stuff on?
Yes,
Or
yeah.
does he just, because a lot of people just do stuff on their phones now.
No, my dad's a big nerd. Like, his degree is in, like, computer engineering.
Okay.
It's just, he has never, like, it's just always been an Xbox or a PlayStation kind of thing to him. It's never been, like, there's a game worth getting on the PC.
So Seo brings up a good point. Seo says, my biggest fear getting into PC is the expense and the idea that sometimes it may not be able to play games on like console. I know if I get a game, I'll be able to play. So,
And that's how I felt, too.
which is if you have to go through a list of what's compatible and what's not. Make sure your drivers are up to date.
Because even though you guys say like things about like my laptop, like it may not be like the greatest, but like I can't play. I don't know what my graphics card is. I have to look it up later. But I know like I can't play like a lot of things on like high. I have to play it on
You
my
have a,
medium.
you have a 1050 Ti and you're running
And so
an
for
i5.
me, it's just like, why? Why am I going to play this if it can't even like keep up? Like, I can't even play like a game like The State of Decay on my PC. Like,
Okay,
I would much rather play that thing on the Xbox, and I can't even stand the Xbox.
But the thing is, though, you say I can't play games on high, so why even bother? Well, you're not playing them on high on your Xbox either.
Yep.
You're
Yeah,
playing them
but-
on medium or low.
Yep.
You don't know that because you don't have those settings to go into and check. But if you put them side by side, you have the option of playing PC
I guess,
prettier.
but like, it's just
or
the frame
less
rate
pretty.
drops so
Less
much
pretty.
more sometimes.
There's
Yes.
Not if you have the right stuff
That-
within your
and that's what
computer.
I'm saying.
yeah.
right. You have to do a lot of research.
Yeah.
You can't just buy it and then you can't buy a PC and buy a game and then that's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when I went to build mine, what I wanted to do was hand somebody up to 500 monies and then just have a PC that I can play Elite Dangerous on.
Mm-hmm.
What ended up having to happen was I became, I use this term loosely for all of you real experts out there. I became an expert on PC components and compatibilities and what is better and what works and what is going to be more future proof and what is new and buggy and what is
What you
old and
need and what
fine.
you
Like
don't.
I had
If it's
to.
overclocked or if it's not.
Yeah, I mean, like, my Ryzen 5 is overclocked. I've overclocked everything that I can on my freaking PC. Like,
Yeah.
Mine is
I
fire
had
pit.
to ingest to do it myself.
Right.
I had to ingest so much knowledge that luckily I enjoy like research and learning things. So like I enjoyed it. But
Right.
if that isn't a thing that you're like into, you just want to play a game, then yes, if you're looking to get into PC gaming for as affordable as possible, what you need is a really good friend who has already done all of that research, and recently too, because
Right.
all the research that I did building mine, if I were to go and like upgrade or rebuild, I would have to not start over, but
You have to learn sort of a bunch of new
it's
stuff.
been it's been 2 generations now.
I've
Like
built 3 computers, and every time I have to relearn
Right, yeah.
what's happening.
So, Ani and Game Guy do mention a thing. Ani said that she has a 7-year-old build and she never had a game that wouldn't run because the PC didn't have the right specs. And Game Guy says the driver thing is a once every 3 month thing. But I mean drivers as sort of a general thing, right? Because if like your sound stops
Drivers,
working,
yep.
now you have going to have to diagnose what that is, and that's not like
on
the game either works on your console. The game either works or it doesn't, and you have the same experience as everyone else.
There
on that.
are physical anomalies, and by physical anomalies, I mean they defy the laws of physics. Things that happen to and on PCs.
Yep. I'm still dealing with it.
It happens. You rarely have to deal with that at the console. The physical anomaly that happens on a console is I've stopped working,
Yeah,
which happened to my console.
right. The whole thing don't work.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Every time that if we shut off Goddess's computer, it's fine. If we flip the breaker and cut all power to the house, it's fine. If we unplug it to move it, and by move it I mean like it's on this side of the desk, we want to rerun some wires, we unplug it, carefully set it to this side of the desk, plug it back in. Every time I've unplugged her computer and moved it, the graphics driver wouldn't work. I would have to pull out the graphics card, plug one monitor into the motherboard, load up Windows, delete the AMD drivers, re-download the exact same AMD drivers, put the graphics card back in, and then plug everything in and reset it all back up. For no real reason.
Yeah. Right.
AMD.
That is an exception. That doesn't always
Alex,
happen, but
What is the biggest like pitfall? Like when you went from console to PC, was there anything that you missed? Like, was there anything that you felt like in any part of you that like wished that you could go back or anything like that? Or was it all like, oh wait, I much prefer this in every respect?
you guys don't know.
I mean, I much prefer PC.
Yeah.
I've always played on that, but playing on my PlayStation 4 was, I liked having the menu and the I guess the interface of a PlayStation. Because I actually recently went to like a gaming center, and back in the day we had these growing up too. These gaming centers where they had computers everywhere.
Yeah.
really
I spent
sweet
12 hours at a gaming center playing Battlefield 1942 with Sam once.
Yeah,
That's where I got addicted to balls.
they have
The energy
good
drink.
interfaces on those. That's
Good
kind
save.
of what I miss.
Sure.
The
Good
energy drink.
save.
Yeah.
But I mean, to be honest, I mean, no, I don't really miss much out of it. You know, I mean, I have my PlayStation 4, which has the game or the exclusive games that I want to play, and then I can get everything else on my computer.
And so now, Jim mentioned earlier that we should do away with exclusives, and I don't disagree with that necessarily. Although, I mean, I would own fewer consoles, so I'll tell you that right now. But they do still exist. Exclusives do still exist.
I wouldn't say that either. Like, there's just some companies that don't like their games on certain systems. Like, Atlas doesn't like their games on the PC. You actually can't even stream any Atlas games, which is Persona or like they just announced they're gonna put Catherine on the PC, which is really surprising.
Yeah.
Because Catherine's been out for forever.
I thought Catherine's been out on PC and
No.
Steam. The second Catherine, you mean?
No, there's only been one Catherine. They're redoing it and they're adding a third girl. But they've never, like, Atlas has never put their games on PC. So I guess it's not really like that's Naughty Dog, they're not going to go on Xbox. Like,
Right.
does Naughty Dog even put their games on the PC? Or, like, do they even put, like, would they even want to try to do that? Like, it's really cool that Xbox 2 now is going to put Halo on there, but, like, what does that mean for Xbox? Like, that means nothing for
Right.
Halo.
So if you're specifically an Xbox gamer going into this next generation, you might be a PC gamer.
Yes.
Yeah, because a lot of games that I have, I didn't even want the Xbox app on my PC, but I have it.
Yeah.
Because there are specific games on the PC for Xbox that I could just get on there.
And I think you still have to have the live
Yeah, and you
subscription to even play
do.
on PC.
And that's the thing that sucks too. I don't want that, but I do. And then to play Fortnite, I gotta have stupid Epic Games. I don't want that either. I would much rather just have it on one, just separate.
Ani mentions that part of the reason that she does like going to console is sort of an immersion thing. When you're on PC and you have your game up, there's always you have your browser in the background, other alerts, Steam, things alerting you to stuff.
Dual monitor.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're gaming on if she's gaming on PS4, I presume is what you mean by your console.
You get so lost.
You're not on a unit where a lot of other things are happening.
Yeah.
Well,
because I will even say I don't even pick up
You could create that
could
though,
create
right?
it,
You
yes.
can create that setting.
That's a choice.
But it's
because even if I'm playing a game on my PC and a random email pops up, I'm just cool. I lost what I was totally thinking about because I just saw this
right.
email.
And
I think
sure,
that's what she
you
meant.
could probably turn off a lot of those
Your
notifications and stuff like that. But even knowing that it has that capability, which again is just a personal mental thing,
Yeah.
is okay, I'm not all here, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah. So,
It's just a
There's-
personal preference, I would say.
yeah, but it's the PC has the potential for a vastly more immersive experience
Also has a larger library as well.
because of the customization that you can do. Now, if it is, because again, this is all personal preference. So if you feel that it is worth the cost of a console to just not turn off notifications or set up a surround screen sort of thing, or whatever, however you want to do it. If you feel it's worth the cost of the console to just not do that and go to console, then fine. But it's not but saying that I don't get notifications on my console, so it's more immersive, it's well, turn it off. Don't get notifications on your PC then.
Right. And Ani says I can turn off the messages, but it's still in the back of your mind that you're on a multi-purpose system.
But I will say a lot of people who
And
play
I
PC
guess.
strictly use their PCs for gaming.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people are use
Gracie.
it for
Hey,
everyday
Gracie.
use.
Check out
Unless you do.
PC part picker.
I do.
Yeah, I do too, actually.
I mean, you can
a lot of people I know just
do your
use
writing
it
on
for
it, your resume building, your a lot
for
of
literally
else.
everything.
Grace says I'm currently building my PC right now, and I think I will always be a PS4 gamer, but I'm excited to do the PC for streaming games that you can't play on her Mac. So this is Gracie, you're actually a good case study here. Why did you decide, being a console gamer, why did you decide to make the PC? What couldn't you do that you felt was worth the investment to do?
on a Mac?
she had a Mac. She had a Mac, and so she console streamed through the Mac.
Well, see, Macs aren't really known for gaming, though. They're known for video editing.
Productivity.
And I mean...
Yeah, which even then, that's a whole other conversation.
Right.
And yeah, Blanca seconds Alex, PCPartPicker.com.
Yeah. That's where I have like all my stuff.
Yeah, PC Part Picker. Sometimes it's not always accurate. You double check on Amazon, on Fries.com, on Newegg. But honestly, for the most part, and you can usually tell because the thing with PC parts is they work or they don't. So there's a huge used market out there, and eBay can be your best friend, especially with their like guarantees.
Right.
So building a 100% used PC is not like I don't know if it's good. No, if they plugged it in and showed you it works, you're gonna take it home and it's gonna work.
So
I'm a personal person. When you say that though, I buy my parts new just because I don't trust that.
sure.
Fair enough.
And Game Guy says never buy all your parts at once, but here's the other thing. If you, let's say you don't have anything, and I know that the whole preface of this conversation was you already own a console, but let's say you didn't now, and you want to go buy a PC, or you're trying to decide what to do, to spend the least amount of money, which is still going to be more expensive than a console, you will have to spend time. You can't go to the store and get all your PC at once.
Right, because you're wanting to spend the least amount of money.
Because if you're spending the least amount of money, you're going to be buying it over time.
Which is what I did. Which is why I was able to build mine for $300 because I was able to search and wait. Like I knew how much parts cost, and so when I saw something went on sale, I got it. And then I also was able to spend the time talking to people who had upgraded their systems and been like, "You got anything extra you're just gonna throw away?" Like, "Oh yeah, sure." And that's how I got two of the graphics cards that now run mine and got us.
I bought all my gear last year on Black Friday.
Okay, yeah.
I got some awesome deals.
I'm sure Black Friday and Cyber Monday are probably both real big, and good times to buy.
Also, if you have like a local computer store, I definitely check there too. Sometimes their prices are better than online.
Okay.
But local computer stores are a dying thing.
If you have a Micro Center near you,
Micro Center is
maybe a Fry's.
Fry's is hit and miss. Like sometimes Fry's is super cheap, and then sometimes Fry's is like more expensive.
So
it's
tell me who disagrees with this. If you currently own a console, it may not be worth. I said this earlier, but let's just get a consensus here. If you currently own a console, it's not worth upgrading to PC unless there's specific title or specific people you want to play with.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
As of right now.
Today.
My father is 46.
Wow, getting a K from you is a big deal to me.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Fucking take it, guys.
The only reason I'm saying K because what if this person though wants to have a all-in-one thing? Then I would say completely upgrade. But if you don't want to,
if you are starting from scratch, if you want to become a gamer,
what type of gamer do you want to be?
It depends on what type of gamer you want to be. The cheapest and fastest way to game right now is to go buy a Xbox One or a PS4. It's $249
or a Switch,
or a Switch.
If you want a portable gaming device,
sure.
So you didn't specify.
Sure, that's true.
Yeah, but the Switch.
The cheapest way to play is an Xbox One or PS4 right now. If you are starting from scratch though, and you want to future-proof yourself, even today, if you're starting as a new gamer, PC will be able to do a lot more. You'll be able to upgrade, and you'll have to learn some stuff. And then the cost may be variable. Your mileage may vary.
Yes,
but that may be the best bet starting from scratch.
And your headache mileage will vary also.
Right.
I'm going to add just to Gracie's statement real quick because she says, well, you can't stream off of a Switch. You're right, but it's about being a gamer, not necessarily streaming.
Well, yes.
Right? Yeah. Now you're giving me an okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, buddy.
Yeah. The CPU I have usually sells for $650. You got it for $430. Wrong. Do you not have phones?
See, but that... Okay, that's another topic. That's an AMD versus Intel topic, which Game Guy, you're wrong. I'm sorry, but we'll do that.
Intel's just
we'll do it in a minute.
Okay.
All right.
We'll do it in a minute. So here's. Go ahead, Alex. No,
I just said some things with the mobile gaming.
Yeah, go for it.
I was just thinking the other day, I think indie games would be great for mobile games because that's like a smaller platform, and they're kind of I kind of could imagine playing some indie games
Right.
on my PC on a phone.
Also,
Or tablet.
gaming. Our friend Sam mentioned, earlier this week or last week or whatever it was, he prefers gaming on console because of the controller. And yes, you can use controller on PC, but depending on the game, it may or may not be optimized.
Sure.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Also, he has it plugged into his TV, which is bigger. And so most gamers now, a lot of gamers, especially because of the streaming and stuff, don't home theater game anymore. They game on a monitor. And your monitor may be big, but it's 3 feet in front of your face, and it's for one person, right? Very few people, especially like...
He's holding his tongue too, but continue.
But nowadays, PCs can plug into your TV.
Yeah.
Because now, PCs are HDMI out, as they did not used to be. So your PC was sort of in your office, and you wouldn't plug it into your big TV. But now you can game cinematically on a PC, but just plug it into your any TV you have.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. But
if you're wanting those higher refresh rates and you're wanting to be more competitive, first off, HDMI, let me finish. HDMI is not as fast as DVI, first off. And DVI is normally in a monitor, or you have to have a special DVI connection. But if you want to just game off of your TV using HDMI cable and not just play casual
there
games,
I use DisplayPort.
But what Cal was talking about is more of a competitive edge.
Yeah, if you're playing cinematically, then obviously you're not.
right.
If we're playing FPSs and MOBAs, those are going to require more refresh rate. And if we're just playing like God of War or
Alex knew exactly where I was going with this.
Something, I don't know.
So this is technically not a console versus PC debate. We are trying to decide, someone who already owns a console, is it worth them spending the time and money and effort to upgrade to PC? Right. And I think we got our answer here. I think we sort of came to sort of a consensus. I'm going to tell you guys what's up. Last thing that we do before we call it a night, sort of, is go to the fan can, which is, this is like an Ask Me Anything. Oh, hello, Time Spitter Dot. Thank you for the host. Howdy. Tonight, we're going to test a new thing where those of you that are listening to our podcast on audio, or those of you watching on YouTube, we will say goodbye to you like normal after this. If you guys are on Twitch and watching us, then hang out, because we're going to kick back and we're just going to shoot the shit with you about some of the other things that came up tonight. So I'm going to ask you a few questions. Oh, hello, Conman. Good to see you. New Conman account. So here's the fan can. If you guys want to add something to the can, you can ask us anything on Twitter, @GutterNerds, #FanCan, or you can redeem Nerd Cred, which is our on stream. Bree, I think it's been a while since you've read one.
It's been a while.
Okay.
Since Bree's read a thing.
It's been a while.
Okay. Why do I keep spending all my nerd cred on fan can questions and songs about me?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so our Nerd Cred system is you get Nerd Cred, you get points by watching, and then you can redeem it for other stuff. And so the asker, the questionnaire, has asked, why do I keep asking questions and hearing songs about myself?
Because you're an impulse shopper and you have a problem, you should probably seek help.
And you're a narcissist.
I say you're a
and you have
narcissist because
problem,
you'd like
you
to hear
probably
about
seek
yourself.
help.
That's right.
Yeah. I was thinking, what about Bree and Alex? What do you think? Why are they spending all their Nerd Cred on questions?
About themselves.
And
songs about
themselves.
They like the attention?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good
Yeah.
one. Okay.
And so you have a problem and you need to seek help.
Maybe it's just because you just want someone to see you or acknowledge you.
Oh, like a notice me senpai.
Yeah, and I don't think
There you
it's
go.
bad a thing at all.
I like
To
Gracie's
seek
because
some
we are
acknowledgement.
needy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And singing, and everyone here sings really nice, so that's cool too.
But do they need to seek help
They
then?
need to seek help about some self-esteem is what they need to do. So, yeah.
If they just want senpai to notice, then senpai notices that.
And we're all your senpai, so we're all here for you.
Oh, Shark, we have that's a notification I've never seen before. Shark converted from a Twitch Prime sub to a Tier 1 sub.
Ah.
Thank you, Shark.
Tier
I
one.
appreciate that. That's pretty cool. Because we are needy, says Grace. And Jamie's singing up for a song about me. That's fantastic. All right, so those of you that are listening and watching on YouTube, this is where we will say goodbye. And everybody else, if you're on Twitch and you want to hang out and keep the discussion going for a little bit, then hang out with us. My name is Steve-O.
I'm Alex.
Calvin.
Great.
Raven 1.
And we'll see you guys next time.